Well, it is going to be a little bumpy as we head towards the middle of the week, where we have some really potentially strong storms headed our way, especially as we head into Wednesday afternoon and into the evening. So we're going to talk about that in a moment. But again, Wednesday really has our focus. And also Wednesday is the warmest day of the next 7. Unfortunately, it is a very, very brief warm up, but it's really just unsettled. That is kind of putting it lightly at this point. So in terms of what we're expecting, it is the severe weather potential as we get into Wednesday, where all of western New York is in place for the slight risk of severe weather. Up here, you see the scale out of 5. So marginal risk is just, a very, very slight chance. But when they elevate it up towards the yellow that encompasses everyone from Rochester, Dansville, and out towards western New York, that's when things could get a little bumpy, and some of those storms could have some hail, really gusty winds. But more importantly, anytime we have this, it's really going to be that really, really heavy rain that we're dealing with as well. So that's what we're keeping track of, that convective outlook really just kind of telling the story here. But as we head towards the overnight hours, notice that the north towns are really just dealing with this rain. This is a stationary front that just doesn't want to move. Notice how it's kind of a consistent window of 4, 5, 6 hours of rain for areas from Buffalo and north, mainly up towards Batavia and over towards Medina, Lindenville, Albion, over towards Rapids, Gasport, Lockport included in that too. And then as we head towards the morning hours, we'll start to clear things out by about 11 o'clock. So it really is not going to be too much of an issue for your Tuesday. But again, there are a lot of clouds in place, not a ton of clearing. There may be a little bit of clearing as we head towards the drive home, just a few breaks in the clouds, but it's not going to be a brilliantly sunny day. So we're sticking with mainly cloudy conditions. We'll lose the cloud cover as we head towards Tuesday night. Now, the big issue as we get into Wednesday, it's not even this first round of rain that's trying to creep in. It will be more of an issue for areas up towards Ontario as you see that kind of sweeping in. Now, some of these storms could have a bit of pop to them. So we're talking about thunder, potential lightning with this, and this is early. So you have to think about that. It's early. Normally we don't have early morning thunderstorms. We will have enough heat and even humidity to kind of get this fuel going. So there will be enough convection where we could get a few isolated thunderstorms from this, especially during the morning drive. So Wednesday morning's commute looks like it could be a little slower, and especially into the southern tier too. I think everybody gets a quick burst of rain as we head into Wednesday morning. We take you into the afternoon. Okay, this is the dry slot, but this is also what creates a bigger problem. Winds out of the south, and that's going to bump those temperatures up. Essentially, it's like pouring kerosene and you light a match. This is just dumping kerosene onto the atmosphere, and then watch some of these storms roll through, especially as we get towards 4, 5 o'clock. You'll notice, holy smokes, those are the potential for some strong to even severe storms that will roll through. And this is really what we're keeping track of. I would say by Wednesday afternoon for the drive home, this is going to be strong. There could be some really heavy downpours. I would expect some hail to move through. Now, again, we're not saying this with any exact precision as of today, because there's still quite a bit of ways between now and Wednesday afternoon at 5, but all signs are there for this to really get going as we head towards 5 o'clock. So definitely be weather aware on Wednesday. And then this, you watch this make its way out towards the Finger Lakes. That's where they could also really be in for some really strong storms too. But this is especially potent as it kind of works its way through. So by about 9, 10 o'clock, as that cold front pushes through, that is going to be kind of the last gasp of really intense rain that's going to work its way through. And it is really going to be a bit of an issue as we head into the next 24 to 48 hours or so. As we take a look at the gusts as we head into Tuesday, really not all that bad. Tuesday is not going to be too windy. I know Monday was definitely windier than folks may have liked, but it was kind of the trade-off. We had those milder temperatures plus the wind, but Tuesday is not all that bad. Tuesday night, though, some of those winds start to kick up out of the east, but watch it kind of reorient itself as it kind of works its way closer. So we're going to steer these winds to the south. Notice that the shift in direction kind of materialized. So we'll have those gusts around 25 to 35 miles per hour. This is really throughout the day, but some of those gusts could be quite strong at times, especially through the afternoon. But as that cold front works its way through, we'll have that quick burst of wind around Wednesday night, where those winds gust up to 30, 35 miles per hour. And then it is windy once the front moves through. Watch the wind direction change a little bit more as it reorients itself to the west. And Thursday actually is really gusty as well. So we'll have gusty conditions, especially right in this little target zone with that westerly wind. Yeah, it really does get Buffalo, Lackawanna, Cheektowaga, Lancaster, Batavia, Alexander, Elba. You know, that's kind of the zone. But everybody gets in on those gusty winds as we head towards Thursday afternoon. So really watching this to be a brighter day, but it is going to be very windy. That's the only weather concern that we have for Wednesday. For Thursday. I keep wanting to say Wednesday, but as we take you into temperature world, let's see what's going on. So temperatures on Tuesday are really not going to be too impressive. They're going to get close to 50 degrees for most areas, a little warmer in the southern tier. Notice that temperatures, especially as you head away from the lake, notice the big difference between lakeside communities and areas like Wellsville and Friendship and Angelica. So a big split there in terms of temperatures, about 9-10 degree difference. And then we head into the evening hours and we'll start to cool things down, but not by a lot, because we do have to warm temperatures up as we head into Wednesday morning. So watching temperatures really surge. This is 10:30 and we're already close to 60 degrees. Areas like Jamestown, Dunkirk, Erie, you're going to be in the mid 60s. This means we've got warmer temperatures on the way. This model may be overdoing it just a touch, but I would say most areas get into the 70s on Wednesday. Certainly 71, 72, not out of the question. Again, I don't love 75 for Buffalo at this point, but again, we're trying to put together some of the best information that we can. The rain's going to cool us down quite a bit, but it's not all that cold until we get to Thursday. So the cold front passes through. That's when the winds kind of flip, and then we are in for a cooler Thursday. Temperatures, again, not as warm, sunny, but windier. So we just have to kind of work through all of those elements here. So as we head into Tuesday, we're dealing with those rain showers. For Wednesday, temperatures getting into the low 70s. And for Thursday, it is going to be a windy day for sure, but we also have a little more sunshine breaking through. For Friday, all the way through Monday, it is going to be rather calm. No significant issues expected as we work through the rest of the 7-day forecast here. It's just that blast of cooler air on the way for Friday. We'll recover nicely as we head into the weekend. And don't forget, Passover begins on Wednesday evening. And as we head into the South Towns again, the rain will be with us as we head towards really Wednesday morning, but a better shot of rain through Wednesday afternoon and evening. Windy for Thursday. Friday, it's a colder blast of air, but we do have drier conditions for the weekend. I know a lot of people are thinking about that, and then it looks like it will be calm as we head into Easter Monday as well. That's a look at your forecast.